is a bit slippery today. So good morning and welcome to another episode of Vanita Ventures in the polar low of Lofoten Islands. Okay guys, so today we woke up to this. We have a strong snowstorm coming. Now it looks a bit quiet than comparing to this morning. This morning was crazy. And I wanted to tell you about the polar low, because the polar low only happens in regions like the Arctic, Antarctica, Russia. It doesn't happen in many places in the world. And this is when a cold storm comes from the north and the sea is warmer. So this contrast of temperature makes these strong winds and storms and stuff. It's called polar low, something truly special. And honestly, I must say that I really like it because, I don't know, it looks so dramatic. Look, for people who live here, for locals, it's like nothing. They are not scared. Nobody's scared. Everybody's living their life as usual. Sometimes the moms goes to walk for a walk with the stroller and the baby, and I mean everybody is living their life as usual. Of course, sometimes when you have very, very strong winds, you stay home because you never know if, I don't know, something can fly away and hit you. But usually people, they do their life as usual. So here we are doing our life as usual. To let you understand the storm we have, I want to show you, you remember Svinøya, the mountain I told you in the other episode? Okay, look how beautiful it looks! Ta-da! It vanished. Yeah? So you cannot see the surroundings, you cannot see a thing when we have this kind of weather. But hey, it's so cozy to be inside. And it's so cool to be also outside. I mean, everything is so quiet, so dramatic, and looks like we are on a movie, right? It's so beautiful. It looks like snakes, right? Like snow snakes. Can you imagine the fishermen, how they used to work back in time when they didn't have all the technology and all the Gore-Tex and down jacket and thing? I mean, I bet they have a very tough life. But now I will show you something very typical from Lofoten, very particular, which is where they hang the fish, the cod. So it's on the other side of the island. If you want to join me, let's go. See? You can't even see the mountains, nothing. I am actually here in a fish rack full of fish. Full of dry fish, full of skrei. The cod that arrives in Lofoten every winter is called skrei, which is the codfish that comes from the Barents Sea to Lofoten to spawn. So this process happens between January and April. So what happens is this cod comes fighting against the current in the sea. It's a very lean fish. So when it arrives to Lofoten to spawn, so the fishermen catch it, then clean it before being hung on these wooden racks that you see here. This process of drying the codfish, the skrei, on these fish racks dates back of 1,000 years ago. Actually, the Vikings were using the codfish, the skrei, dry like this, as a way of trading. The cod that has been cleaned and now is drying. The weather will dry this fish in a proper way. So it will be the salt from the ocean, the dry air, the cold. So this fish will dry up in some months and then will be exported. They don't hang only the bodies, they also hang the heads of the fish. So actually now I don't see the heads. Probably they are in another part. We need to look for them. So what they do, look, this is huge. For many people this is called money, because this is an industry that generates millions of kronas yearly. So this is a very good business. So as I was telling you that so the heads are not hung here, they are hung somewhere else, probably in another fish rack. This is something also back in the history. Kids, yeah, you heard right, kids, they were working back on the days, cutting the tongue of the cod, and they were actually making a lot of money, because if you're a kid and you get paid some cents for cutting cod tongues, at the end of the day you have cut, I don't know, thousands, and then you have your little money. So kids were actually a very important part of this cod season, of the fishery season in Lofoten. I think the heads are hung there. We will go. See, all of this is skrei, stockfish. When it's dry it will be called stockfish. But especially this one that comes from the Barents Sea to Lofoten to spawn is called skrei. You guys cannot imagine the smell from here. Yeah. Once the fish is dry, completely dry, and they put it in these bags, these airtight bags, and then they export it. What you have to do is put it in water, soak it in water for at least 1 week. You have to change this water, and must be very cold water, pure water with ice. So once the fish is soaking in the water for a week, you will see that the fish is getting again all the water and getting back its shape. And then you can cook it. Usually they cook it in the oven and they make different dishes. It's something very delicious, very special, and very, very important here for Lofoten and for Norway. So I think the water looks quite beautiful today. It's a bit icy. So how about if we do a sauna session and then we jump in the freezing water? I think I really feel it, like making a cold dip today. So yeah, let's go. Making sauna is one of the most beautiful things I started doing since I moved to northern Norway. It really feels so healthy. It relaxes you so much and also detoxify your body. Also, it's something that I highly recommend you. And to do the cold dip, I think today should be in winter time the water is between 2 and 4 degrees. So making the cold dip also helps the body to detox. It's a boost of energy and it's a boost to your immune system. So if you can, start with a cold shower, 30 seconds a day, and then you will see that every day you will get more resistant. And then at the end of the month, probably you can take like a, 3 minutes cold shower, and then you can start doing this. And then you will see that it's amazing, that feels amazing, that you will feel amazing. Do you think I will convince Dino to do the cold dip with me? Facciamo il cold dip?
No, io no.
Perché no?
Perché non c'ho niente.
Come no?
Non ero preparato.
He always says he's not ready. So yeah, I'll be the only one. Okay, we are ready to do this sauna session. What I usually do is 3 cycles of 15 minutes each. So inside the sauna you have it's like a sun clock in the wall. So you twist it and it will show you how much time you're spending inside the sauna. What I like to do is to sit there with a towel, lay, relax for these 15 minutes. Usually the sauna is between 70 and 90 degrees Celsius. If you feel the air is too dry, you just put some water on top of the stones and then the steam will come out. This will open up your lungs, it will make you sweat even more, and you will actually really feel it in your skin. I'm always carrying with me a bottle of water. to drink between sessions, because of course in the sauna you are dehydrating yourself, and then basically just sitting there and relax. If I come alone or with Dina, it's super nice because we are talking and laying and relaxing. If I'm coming here with more friends, it's like more like a social thing where you gather with your friends and we talk. You know that in the Norwegian culture, not all of them of course, but some people they bring here some bubbles or some beer, some drinks. I found it personally, I wouldn't do it because I'm a kind of healthy freak, and if I'm detoxifying my body, of course I will only drink water. There is nothing else that I drink beside water. But it's hard for me to understand that some people, while they are detoxifying the body, they are interested in alcohol. So it's kind of a contradictory thing for your system. But I mean, it's the culture, right? So after almost like 5 years that I do the cold dips, the ice bath, I can actually do it raw, like going straight to the water. But today I decided to do the cold dip in between sauna sessions. If you're a beginner, I recommend you to start doing your cold bath or cold dip with a sauna session. So then your body will be warm and you will have even more confidence to go into the cold water. If not, if you feel like doing it raw, you can also do it like go to the, I don't know, nearest lake, or take like a bathtub with some ice cubes and water, and you can just sit deep there. But I don't know, I feel like the sauna ritual is something so good. It really detoxifies your body. I think it's necessary to do this contrast of sauna and cold dip. So we're gonna do it. Let's do it. This is the view we have. I really love this sauna. The view is amazing. It's so calm, especially in the mornings. People usually come here in the afternoon, or in the late afternoon is also very nice. In summertime it's wonderful. It's so beautiful, but in winter time it's really cozy. I just love it. So if you feel like the air is too dry, you just take this bucket. Now we are ready. I can start feeling this steam in my skin. Then always you bring a towel, so then you can sit. It's also for your own hygiene. And then you just sit here and relax. You can just watch the snow falling. You can watch the seagulls. And yeah, and if you are with somebody else, you can just talk, relax, or make like Norwegians, you can drink a beer. Okay, I already have done 15 minutes, so now it's time for a cold dip. Let's go!
It's slippery.
Okay, so most of the people think that doing this must be like you can get a cold or you can be sick, but honestly it is not, because doing this, the cold exposure really is something healthy. So I really recommend you to check up Wim Hof, which is a method super interesting about the cold exposure, and yeah, and start doing it because it's really healthy. Not bad.
Wow.
Let's go inside. Let's do the next cycle. My eyeliner was all over my face. This happens when I'm doing things before coming to the sauna and I'm wearing makeup. but it doesn't matter. We take it away. Let's go for the second cycle. You can always drink some water if you want between cycles. Drinking water really helps you to hydrate you. When it comes to cold dips, there is no set time. You just have to listen your body. Stay in the water for as long as you can manage. Focus on controlling your breath, calming your mind, and fully embracing the moment. It's all about the experience, not the stopwatch. Let me know in the comments, have you ever tried cold exposure? Would you take the plunge into freezing water, or does just the thought of it makes you shiver? I'm so curious to hear what you think. It feels really good. So I really recommend you guys to start doing cold exposure. It's amazing, feels really, really good. Thank you for watching and for being part of this exciting journey on YouTube. Your support truly means a lot to me. So don't forget to subscribe, comment and like for more adventures of Manita Ventures in Lofoten Islands. Bye!